Wagwan muchachos, how are you doing? Welcome back to Football Digest Daily. My name is Nash, of course, getting to give you a roundup of what was happening over the weekend as far as football is concerned. Of course, match day 9 of the Premier League and El Clasico. Yeah, let's start with the match day of the Premier League. And can we just first of all agree that Bukayo Saka is a bona fide star boy? If at all you ever had any doubts about that, I'm sure now you don't. And I don't even understand why you had such doubts in the first place, because he is a bona fide star boy. Came on, had Robertson, one of the best defenders, left backs you'll see out there in the Premier League, on a toast, bro. Cooked him up, put Arsenal in the lead against Liverpool. Now, of course, that, and he was a captain, by the way, and that got him to 50 Premier League goals. The youngest ever footballer for the Arsenal in the Premier League history to get to 50 Premier League goals. In the Premier League history of the entire league, he's the 7th now. I think there are 6 other guys who are younger than him getting to 50 Premier League goals. So yes, bona fide star boy. If you had ever any doubts, I think now those are done. And can we also just kill off these comparisons that I keep hearing about, oh, Saka versus Foden, Saka versus Cole Palmer, Saka versus Juinani. Saka has been here doing that since 2018. That's 6 years. Cole Palmer has been here for like a year. And now you want to compare him to Bukayo Saka? Come on, man. Yo, calm the fuck down, man. So, yeah, got his 50th Premier League goal. Absolutely love to see it. Put Arsenal in the lead. Of course, put Nani on a toast. What do you call him? Robertson. Yeah, Andy Robertson. So, absolutely love to see it. And of course, we knew before this match, no one knew that Saka was going to feature. In fact, we kind of feared, we as Arsenal fans, that Saka was not going to be in the team. And then on Saturday, we saw pictures coming out or leaked of him being part of the squad that was in the hotel, and him alongside Timber. And you're like, oh, maybe he might feature. And then we saw him in the lineup and be like, yes, thank God. So Timber and Saka, of course, started against Liverpool, and that was absolutely fantastic. We still had Partey playing as a makeshift right back. And I'm going to be honest with you, that was really a good performance from Thomas Partey as a makeshift right back. He absolutely kept Luis Diaz quiet. He had the most tackles in that game. I think he also had the most interceptions, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, the second guy was, of course, Mikel Merino. So Thomas Partey had a very good game in goal about that one. Yeah, so Bukayo Saka put us in the lead, 1-0 up. Fantastic goal. You absolutely love to see it. And then, of course, Virgil van Dijk equalized for Liverpool. Then you got one back. And by the way, we conceded again from a corner kick. I don't like how we are conceding from corners, by the way. It's becoming a thing now. From being set-piece masters, now we are conceding from set pieces. Kind of sucks, to be honest. Then, of course, Mikel Merino, again, a set piece for the Arsenal. Whipped in by Declan Rice. Fantastic whipping, by the way, unlike what he was doing against Bournemouth. And Mikel Merino nodded it in with his head. And what I hate about the officiating is this one took like almost 5 minutes for it to be cleared. And I have a problem with that, because I was watching El Clasico on Saturday and such decisions are made in less than a minute. So I don't understand why the Premier League decided to, this semi-automation system, they decided to kind of hold it back a little bit. I don't understand. Because such instances are just killed off instantly, and you can celebrate the goal, or we can just say it's offside and move on with our lives. You get me? So yeah, Mikel Merino getting his first goal. Mikel Merino had a very good game. Let me say that. He had a very good game against Liverpool. One of the best players we had, of course, in that team. He had the second most tackles in that game after Thomas Partey. So good game overall for him. And of course, the Arsenal, we cooked Liverpool in the first half. That's a fact. Second half, they changed around. And of course, they kind of dominated the game more in the second half. I'm going to give it to them. Of course, in the second half also, Gabriel Magalhaes came off. I hope that's not a long-term injury. In the same second half, Gabriel Magalhaes, I think he did not even come back from the halftime break. The same second half, Timber was taken off. So we had a makeshift back line of Thomas Partey, Ben White, Kivior, and Lewis Kelly. Yeah, crazy when you think about it. And that's also the time that really concede. Of course, Mo Salah scored against the Arsenal. He absolutely loves scoring against the Arsenal. So yeah, and man, I'm honestly hoping these injuries are not going to be long-term, man. Because that's absolutely insane. I have also to talk about the officiating here, because there was a goal that was disallowed for the Arsenal. And I still don't figure which was the foul or what was the foul. Was it the Kivior header where he out-jumped Tsimikas? Tsimikas who did not want to even jump in the first place. Was it the Kai Havertz jump that he did against Konate? Was it a handball? I still don't understand. Was it Kai Havertz pushing Trent into the net? I don't know which foul was there. But there was a foul that was called, and that goal was disallowed by Anthony Taylor. I don't know what was the foul there. In that game as well, there was a foul that was made by Konate on Martinelli. it was not called. I saw a similar call being made against Manchester United when they were playing against West Ham, just like an hour before our game. I don't understand. In the same game, Luis Diaz kicked the ball away when he wanted to make a restart. He was not carded. So I'm like, do these rules only apply when it's Arsenal in action? Like, I don't understand. The inconsistency just goes out of the window. No, the consistency goes out of the window when it's Arsenal in action. Let me set another example. In the games played on Sunday, 5 p.m., there was the Manchester United goal, the second goal by West Ham, against Manchester United. Delete apparently made a foul on who was it? Was it Ings? I'm like, how was that a foul? Honestly, I hate Manchester United and love seeing them lose, but that piece of officiating in that game, atrocious. I don't understand. In another game, Crystal Palace versus Tottenham, Van de Ven was the last man against a Crystal Palace guy. I can't recall who the guy was. Who was the guy? I can't recall who the Crystal Palace guy was. Van de Ven made a last-ditch tackle. Not even quite a similar one. The one quite similar to the Saliba one against Evan Nilsson. It's even worse because the Crystal Palace one, he was closer to the goal, unlike Evan Nilsson. But that one was not called. He actually just got a yellow card. So how is it that the last man tackle did not have a goal scoring opportunity? For that is a yellow card, but for the Arsenal is a red card. Luis Diaz kicking the ball away is not a yellow card, but when an Arsenal guy does it, it's a yellow card. I don't understand. When an Arsenal player is tackled in the box by a defender, it's not a penalty. But when other guys do that, it's a penalty. I don't understand. Like, the inconsistency is just crazy. Let me just say that. It's just absolutely crazy. And even more so crazy when it comes to the Arsenal. I mean, surely by now, I don't think it's just a coincidence. Now, this is now becoming way too big to be just a coincidence. I don't think it is just a coincidence, honestly, in my opinion. So, PGMOL for me, I think I came here a couple of weeks ago and I said it's a scam. Yes, it's an absolute joke. A joke. So, yeah, they can do whatever the hell they want. Speaking of Manchester United, did you hear that they were actually they actually asked for a lift from the jet from Manchester City to take them to Ballon d'Or, to take likes of Garnacho and Kobe Mino to the Ballon d'Or ceremony being held today? Like, I mean, off the pitch and on the pitch, these guys are just jabronis. How do you ask for a lift to take your guys to France? See, I thought wachukue train. I thought there are trains that move from England to France or something. Are they saying they don't have money to charter a jet for their players to go for the Ballon d'Or ceremony? And I think they are going for what's it called? Is it the Copa? The one that awards the young guys? I can't recall the name. Is it the one they are going for? I mean, Kobe and Garnacho? Because where else would they be going? It's not for the main one, of course. But apparently Manchester United asked for a lift from Manchester City to have Kobe Mino and Garnacho join their team to go to the Ballon d'Or ceremony in France. And Man City were like, no. Yetu imeja. Sisi tushajaza. You'll have to go by road. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, seriously. Yo, like, honestly, Manchester, it's a joke of a club. I kid you not. Wallahi bilai. But then before I forget, big up to everybody who came for a watch party on Sunday. For the Arsenal versus Liverpool, we had a good time at District 6 Sports Bar. It was a dope one. Big up to everybody who showed up. So yeah, Manchester United, they played against West Ham. They lost that game 2-1. They had so many chances in the first half, by the way. Yeah, Diogo Dalot had a chance. He had one-on-one versus the empty net, and he was like, no. Let me try to do a rugby conversion here. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing rugby football here, not this football that we know about. And of course, he missed an empty net. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Imagine doing that, then you guys get cooked. Crazy. You absolutely love to see it. We also had Crystal Palace versus Tottenham. That one I mentioned. Crystal Palace won that game 1-0. Typical Spurs. They came from winning. Who are they playing last week where they beat them handsomely? No, West Ham. Yeah, they beat West Ham 4-1. Good one. And then get beat by Crystal Palace. Crazy. Crystal Palace now, I think they got their first win of the season. Oliver Glasner, of course. West Ham also got their second, I think, or third win of the season because they were not doing well. So Yeah, absolutely love to see it when they get against big teams like Man United and Tottenham. Oh wait, Tottenham is not a big team; it's a small team. My bad, my bad. Chelsea also playing on Sunday 5 p.m. They're playing against Newcastle. Cole Palmer scored the winning goal. Nicholas Jackson scored the equalizer. Or was it Isak who scored the equalizer? I can't recall who scored first because I was keeping my eyes on the West Ham Man United game. So yeah, that was that. Newcastle lost 2-1. They're playing against the Arsenal next week. On Saturday, of course, you had Manchester City playing against Southampton. Everybody thought it's going to be a proper thumping for Southampton. It was not a proper thumping. They actually got beat only 1-0. Yeah, and then there was a foul that was made by a Southampton player on on Bernardo Silva, and I don't understand again how that was a foul, honestly. And then there was also, I think, a delay in restart, and instead of the referee yellow carding the Manchester City guy who delayed the restart, he yellow carded a Southampton player who went to complain about not carding this guy, or he went to complain about the delay of the restart by the Manchester City player. So he went to complain to the referee. He got yellow carded instead of the referee yellow carding the Manchester City guy. Man, don't you just love to see it? I think you're used to this by now. Then, of course, in the 5 p.m. fixtures on Saturday, but the 5 p.m. fixtures on Saturday were absolutely fantastic. We had Brentford versus Ipswich, 4-3, bangers, like some fantastic goals as well from both teams. Mbeumo with a brace. Mbeumo, I think the first guy from Brentford to get to 50 goal contributions in the Premier League. He's doing quite well. I don't think he stays there for long. He's only 25 as well. The other game, Brighton versus Wolves, ended in a 2-2 draw. Crazy game as well. Man City 1-0 against Southampton. I think there was another game. Who was the other game? Oh, Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Another team that struggles after the Champions League game, Aston Villa. Check out all their games that they have played after a Champions League fixture. They always struggle. They struggled against Manchester United after they beat Bayern. They struggled against Bournemouth after they beat Bologna in the Champions League. It's becoming a thing now. But the Bournemouth equalized in the last dying minutes. Evan Nilsson, the guy, of course, who cost Arsenal, or the guy who made Arsenal lose against Bournemouth, who did his job, you'd say, or got Saliba sent off. You know what I'm talking about. Of course, he's the one who equalized for Bournemouth. So it's looking quite good. On Friday, we had Nottingham versus Leicester. Of course, Leicester got beat 3-1. Crazy game, by the way. I didn't think Leicester were going to lose that big, leave alone losing. Then, of course, late kickoff on Saturday, we had Fulham versus Everton. Fulham won that game 1-0. So that's how the cookie crumbled this weekend as far as the Premier League is concerned. We have the El Clasico, where Madrid, my team, got absolutely thumped 4-0. I did not see that one coming. Madrid. Madrid, I mean, Kylian Mbappe, I think he's enjoying the sun in Madrid a bit too much. He just can't finish. When he's not offside, because I think he had 2 goals disallowed for offside, and those goals were disallowed quite quickly, by the way. Uko si leo unakaa sijui dakika ngapi before decision kuwe made. No. Hiyo ni haraka kama tumeenda. They had, I think, Mbappe had a goal disallowed. Did Vini Jr. had a goal disallowed? No, he didn't. I think Mbappe had 2 goals disallowed, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, when he was not offside, can't finish. No, he could not beat the keeper, man. Unlike someone like Lewandowski, who had a brace, could have even gotten a hat-trick, by the way. Yeah, Lamine Yamal scored again, heck of a goal. I thought that was poor goalkeeping, by the way. I don't see how Lamine beats you with a right foot strike. I thought he could have done better. Rafinha scored again. This dude just can't stop scoring. He's a proper captain. When Ter Stegen is not there, Lamine Yamal, that dude is good. I'm going to give it up to them, man. Barcelona are absolutely cooking. They are cooking. They are really looking good. They are absolutely flying high. So, yes, man. I don't recall seeing an El Clasico that was one-sided. It's been a minute since I saw one-sided El Clasico. Yeah, Jude Bellingham absolutely set his Peaky Blinders settings. I'm feeling like I'm watching Jude Birmingham right now. Yeah, so, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled with the El Clasico. Of course, big win for Barcelona. Big win for Lamine Yamal, who was actually pulling the calma celebration at Bernabeu. Mad. It's also mad that Lamine Yamal apparently was subjected to some racial abuse at Santiago Bernabeu. It's just crazy, man. These things just never go away. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, that's how the cookie crumbled. We'll be talking more in details about all these fixtures in our Extra Digest podcast for this week. Like you can see, that's last week's. We'll be talking more with Timothy Ngure, of course. We shall be dropping that episode sometime later this week. All right? I'll be seeing you on the last one. 5,000 subscribers.